Everything about anime is just peak. Except for live action. That shit's ass. Live action anime's been disappointing niggas for years, and it's about time someone addresses it. Before completely shitting on live action anime, which I'm going to do, I think it's important to understand just how different live action and anime are. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to give these niggas cope, but when looking at anime, there's a lot of things that just can't be replicated. We're just not in a world where the nine-tailed fox can be recreated in a cool way. It just is what it is. Most of the energy abilities and creatures are just gonna look dumb, but there's more to it. Stick with me here. Live action anime, the reason why it sucks goes a lot deeper. It goes beyond the abilities and the power system. A lot of times when you're looking at a live action anime, the characters can dead ass look dumb. One of the things anime is known for is wacky hair colors and styles. That's just something that we kind of love when it's animated. You give a real life person a bunch of yellow hair and whiskers, and I feel like I'm watching some niggas weird kink. Immersion, an extremely important thing in anime. That's just something you can't kind of overlook. If a show isn't inherently unserious, most niggas are not gonna watch it. It's a wrap. That puts it at a fork in the road. So either we cut out a bunch of scenes to avoid using certain, abilities, and then when you look at the dialogue and facial expressions, it's even harder to capture. Really think about how many comedic faces characters tend to make. You either lose all of that or you try to replicate it, and that shit will be bad. But let's be very honest. Anime might not have been a medium that was meant to be viewed in live action. It's just not the superior media for the content. You're damn near essentially ripping off half of the art. The crazy thing about live action anime is that even with all those problems, it still shouldn't be consistently ass. Let's be honest, bro. The biggest problem about live action anime is these niggas do not care. That's honestly the only explanation I can come up with whenever I watch Dragonball Evolution. When you watch Dragonball Evolution, you really look and you're like, yeah, I can tell the creator did not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He did not care. It is what it is. So you gotta break down why. And one of the big reasons is anime has motion. Let someone make a Naruto live action tomorrow. A lot of niggas will be watching. These companies take advantage of this fact. They will literally half-ass read through the series, take the main characters and be like, all right, I can cook from here, thanks, and just throw shit on the wall. A great example is the Death Note live action. If you watch my video on Death Note, you'd know that Ellen Light's back and forth is what made the series great. That show cannot work if both characters are not geniuses. So the fact that they made this nigga Light a dumbass, it ruined things. They took everything that made Light cool or made him himself and he flipped it. And then they had the Death Note doing genjutsu type of shit. I don't know what was going on there, but whenever I see any clips of the live action Death Note, it still feels like a poorly made April Fool's joke. Which, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, it damn near is, because these niggas fooled us. I'm not gonna lie, niggas watched it. So they got the money and they're good. The part that's honestly really unfortunate is they don't even give these series a chance to be good. I don't understand for the life of me why on earth these live action anime are being made into movies. We're talking about a series that might be 20, 30, 40 episodes. And they're trying to fit that into 2 hours? Like, it's just never gonna work. There's only certain things you can do. Otherwise, you're gonna try to cram too many things and it won't all fit in. But honestly, that'll just lead to the pacing being disgusting. Like, the pacing will not be good, and we know that for a fact. When you watch Death Note, for instance, or even Dragon Ball Evolution, it feels like you flying through time. It's gotten to the point, whenever I hear a new live action anime is coming out, like clockwork, I'm just prepping for the new reviews of them saying it's a 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 10. I'm ready for niggas to say this live action is ass. Looking at it, live action anime will never be good. At least that's what I thought. Them Netflix niggas, they came through with One Piece. They did something that I didn't think was possible, and they made a good live action anime. Everything about the One Piece live action was curated perfectly, down to even how the niggas looked. I remember being on Twitter and they would announce a new actor and I was like, you know what? If I was making a real life version of One Piece, he would look like that. Even Luffy, that nigga Luffy look a little Hispanic. He might be from Brazil, I don't know. But Oda said Luffy was from Brazil, so that shit was hitting, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Matt Owens and Steven Maeda, because you can really tell that they cared about the source material. I think I even heard somewhere that they actually met Oda and got his blessing and really got in the lab and started cooking with bro. We can see it when you watch the series. Because one, they didn't make a fucking live action movie. I don't know why they did that. Like that's just never gonna make sense to me. But along with that, it's obviously great that they used One Piece, because One Piece is the perfect storm for a live action series. One of the things I talked about earlier in the video is the fact that the characters and powers can kind of be wonky when you make it live action, but luckily for One Piece, that stuff isn't too crazy early on. You could see shit like Luffy throwing a Gum Gum pistol or Zoro aura farming, but to me, what made the live action One Piece great is because it can stand on its own in an aspect. For anyone who knows anything about One Piece, you know that shit is long as hell. A lot of people want to get into One Piece, but it's a problem because of the length of the series. But the live action anime basically took the whole East Blue arc and gave you what I think it was 10 to 12 episodes. That allowed the live action One Piece to stand on its own. And now it's not just inferior to the anime in every way. shout out Cream, shout out Shaq, they both watched the live action One Piece and they were like, yo, this shit is hard. And I was like, nigga, obviously it's One Piece, that shit is hard. They never were gonna know that because no one's gonna sit through 1200 episodes. But the live action One Piece gave you a value that the animated version didn't have. And when live action anime start doing that, that's when you're gonna get very, very popular live action series. That's a big thing because the pacing of the live action One Piece was peak. It is what it is. It's funny because Netflix had a great live action and a shitty one. I don't know how the niggas did it, but I guess they care. It's just weird to me that we don't have a bunch of live action anime. For the longest time, I thought that anime couldn't be animated. But then I just kind of started thinking, I'm a guy that loved the Marvel movies. And I don't know if you know this or not, but those movies are in live action. Those movies are good and they have crazy sci-fi abilities and a bunch of action and they still hit. So I don't think it's the medium. I can't blame the medium of live action on why these live action anime suck. That can't be it. We have to dig deeper. Now that One Piece is out, we have the method. We have the way to do it. Honestly, it's just about doing it. Now, we know how these companies work. They care about the bottom line at the end of the day. But even if we're talking only monetarily, you can't tell me the One Piece anime isn't a success. We're at the point now where it's probably just a benefit overall for all parties that they sit down and make some live action series. But I guess at the end of the day, like, I don't want to force anyone to do anything because we don't want, you know, the Death Notes of the world or Dragonball Evolution where it's clear that niggas don't care. So I guess at the end of the day, all I need y'all niggas to do is care. Again, this isn't even like a One Piece glaze session either. Like, I'm not trying to glaze One Piece. I guess my whole point of saying is that live action anime can be good. And I ain't gonna lie, for a good portion of my life, like, I'm 24, shit, for 20 years at least, I was like, yeah, live action anime are gonna be ass. They're not a good product, but you can get that. The live action series, they have to have a reason for existing. Whatever live action series it is, there has to be value that it's providing that the animated version never did. We're not gonna get a random adaptation for no reason. Its ultimate goal should never be to just rake in money from niggas who watched anime. Like, it's gonna be a cash cow either way, but you're not trying to just milk the nostalgic fans of the series. To me, the point of a live action anime is you want to bring in fans who have never touched the material. Obviously, the people who watch the series, you want them to enjoy it too, but the main target are the niggas that have never seen it, and you give them a reason to watch it where they wouldn't have watched the animated version of that. That is the whole purpose. And the One Piece live action has laid the groundwork. There might be other live action anime that have come out through the years, but to me, the One Piece live action is the most popular one that we've gotten. It's the biggest success I can think of. It's laid a proof of concept for all live action anime, and now we know how. We know how to make a great live action anime. But only time will tell if anime can ever consistently make great live action. I guess the real question is, will the One Piece live action be the start of something great or a one-hit wonder? Thanks for watching, guys. I'm trying to put out more content and whatnot, so let me know what you guys want to see, whether it's JJK, Naruto, One Piece. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in all overall, because I'm trying to get in my bag with it. And if you are a One Piece fan, be on the lookout because we got a lot of great One Piece content on the way. So subscribe and hit that like and the bell notification. But I'm out, so peace.